Hello, Mr. Afar, can you hear me?
Yes, I can.
So sorry, network kicked me out. Have you started yet?
No, I was waiting for you to
Okay.
come back.
Okay. All right, guys. So network kicked us out, so I would continue again. So Mr. Afar will be taking us on the second class of web development. So I'll hand over straight to him without further ado. Mr. Afar, over to you.
All right, thank you. Good morning, everyone. My name is David Mfawa, and I'll be taking you guys on web development. Now, I wasn't available in my last class because of health issues, but I'm feeling better now, thanks to God. So I showed how to create a folder so we can start working on HTML files, but for emphasis sake, I'll show it again. So if you can see my screen, you first create a new folder and name it summer camp. Then you go to VS Code where you have already installed VS Code. You go there, you click on file, then go to open folder. Then you go to where you created your folder. Yes, select your folder, click select folder, and it opens it up for you. Then you come here, you right click, select new file, and you name your file. Normal naming convention, your first HTML file should be index. So index.html, click enter, and you have created your first HTML file. And then to create the external CSS file, you also right click, select new file, and name it style.css. That's the normal naming convention, style.css. Click enter and network. And you have created your first CSS file. All right. So I did mention, okay, to auto populate your HTML file, you click shift and number one on when you see this exclamation mark, then you click enter. It populates your HTML file with the necessary tags and elements. All right. So in our last class, I mentioned the three types of inline styling. Last class, I dabbled into CSS a little. So for today's class, we'll be looking at Introduction to CSS3. All right. So I mentioned the CSS syntax in our last class, which consists of the selector, the property, and the value. Excuse me. So the selector is an HTML element for which you want to specify the style or the formatting instruction. So if I'm using internal CSS, it will be like this. I add my style tag, then let me just put something here. H1, welcome to summer camp. All right, so if I'm styling this this sentence, welcome to summer camp, I'll write the elements, that is the H1 tag, which is this. To style it, I'll reference it in the style tag. I'll write H1. And this automatically has become a selector. This H1 is now a selector. And then I open the curly braces. Now, let me run this. The H1 is now our selector. which is the HTML element for which you want to specify the style or formatting instruction. So this H1 is our HTML element, and I have referenced it in the style tag because I want to specify a style for this welcome to summer camp, this text. So if I run this code, so I can be showing you as it is. Let's push this side. Right, while that is starting, then there's the property. The property syntax. It's a CSS property that specifies the type of the style to be applied to the selector. All right, so the value refers to the value of the CSS property a CSS property can have multiple values. All right, what's going on? Okay, so this property and value, they come together like this. Let's see. Sorry, my system is giving me a little issue here. My system is giving me issues, sorry. All right. This hasn't started yet. Okay. So for styling the H1 elements, the property I would like to change is the color. So I'll write color. This is the property. And the property and value come in key value pairs as they come together separated by a colon. Sorry, a semicolon. Separated by a colon. So the color I want to change it to is red. Yes. So this H1 here is the selector. Color in this case is the property, and the value is red. I don't know why this hasn't finished running. Okay. To run your code, you go to the folder you saved it in, right click, it takes me so much time. Sorry, my system is lagging. Not sure why. All right, let's move on. Let's move on. Well, it's trying to load. All right, like I said, the property and the value for a selector are separated with a colon, which is this colon here. All right. They are enclosed within the curly brackets that is known as a declaration block. All right. So these are the curly brackets, and the property and value. Sorry. And the property and value are inside the curly brackets. So this is known as a declaration block. The selector, the property, and the value. I think our document has opened. All right, so as you can see, this is our text, welcome to summer camp. And we have used the internal styling of CSS to change the color to red. So if I want to change the value of the color property for the H1 element,